So to catch up a little bit, I came to this side of the map to renovate this metro subway station. It's an above ground. I also put in the pathway underneath. I've come back to do some road work because all through the build, kept noticing this single lane traffic. Doing a bit of a survey, I'm trying to figure out where they're all going. But the problem is there's 2 lanes feeding that intersection. And there's 2 lanes going right, 2 lanes going through, and 2 lanes going left. So they really don't know which lane to use. Along with the exiting road, they're all being choked to the right-hand side because there's too many lanes there. Like, right? But I'm thinking, give them a lane, and maybe that'll help. Well, I noticed 2 problems. A, they start changing at that node. Like all lane changes are being squashed down there, and it's because of that highway piece there. And the fact that there's 6 lanes to go to, so now it's 1 lane for left turns, 1 lane for through, 1 lane for rights. Unfortunately, yeah, the cross traffic is maddening here. So after a while, I'm forced to put a traffic light here. But right now, I'm just looking at the volume and it's like, can I get them to their lanes faster if I do it this way? Like, add another node and maybe they'll be able to lane change before they get to the intersection? It's actually too close to the intersection to have nodes. They should have their business done before that. But the way this is designed, that's their last opportunity because of that highway piece. This feels like suicide. Because the volume that wants to come in here is heavy. And constant. And it's going to take a while to design a traffic light. But you got to do a diagnostic. You got to see how bad this is going to be. Well, it doesn't seem like they want to use that node properly, or those nodes properly. And it's not solving any issues because they're being squeezed by over there. Some of them are starting to make it through, but no. So I'm thinking, what if we disassociate the road? You know, one of those multi-state traffic lights? Where I take a street and angle it to the point where they disassociate each other, so they end up having separate traffic lights. I'm thinking that'll help this traffic getting off the highway have a better free flow than having to deal with cross traffic. You know, this. Because it ends up, a lot of them get stuck. And the light just, is too short. Not only that, cross traffic just slows each other down to the point where they can't use the light. So I'm thinking something like this will help. Once they're disassociated, they have the whole light to themselves. Now, that being an advantage, there is the disadvantage. That the light is longer. Right, it's instead of 2 green lights, it's got 3, so it's 1/3 longer, or 30% longer. Yeah, and they stay too long, they think they're stuck. And then there's trying to figure out a pattern that works. But the biggest problem here is I've got 6 lanes and 3 to feed it. I'm kind of thinking that what I need is 6 lanes. But that means I got to use a one-way. That would mean I got to split this traffic. Well, this isn't any good. Yeah, because the longer this runs, the farther the backups are going to be. Because the lights are just too far apart. Or better yet, there's not enough vehicles sitting at the light. Like if I divide this into 6 lanes instead of 3, then I should be able to push twice the volume. So what I'm going to do is I have to build one of those. I guess it'd be a 5-point intersection. Yeah, if this is going to be a one-way, I need something to get back out to the highway. And it might as well be here. I mean, I built something like this earlier. You saw in the industry. So we're going to try to set this up. Turn this into a one-way instead of bulldoze and rebuild it. Yeah, unfortunately, I gotta go. No collision. Okay. 6 lanes in, and you got 6 lanes of destination. Take you out. Well, it's going to be a 5-way intersection. I'm just wondering, 2 lanes or 1? Yeah. We could always, yeah. If it doesn't work, we could always put it back down to 1 lane. So we're going to go with mass transit, 2 lane. Pull her over the Great Divide. Do a level 1 just to see if I can get if the idea still works in my mind. Unfortunately, I don't realize at the moment that I'm telling it to follow the terrain. Yeah, no collision oh! I just gotta put the pieces there. I can use Move It to do the final adjustments. Oh, I couldn't. It wouldn't let me because the node's too close. So stretch that node out. Now the pillar's in the way. Yeah, let's just connect it. It should work. Except for one little detail. Yeah, there we go, 2 lanes. One tiny itty bitty detail. Because I didn't go elevate and told it to follow the ground, it's gonna mess things up. But a level 1 would be achieved. Actually, no. That would be a level 2, because a level 1 is just on the map. It doesn't even need to work. A level 2 will work, if just barely. And that's the category this one's in, because of the anarchy. Well, yeah, you can see underneath I've lost my underpass for sure. All that work. Well, I mean, since we're here, let's get this part built. So bring this out. Because what I want to do is, I want to get more nodes in there. I mean, we got 6 lanes now, so I need like 4 nodes for sure. 5 if I can get it. So I'm going to be rebuilding part of this interchange. By the time I'm done, yeah, we got to pull this node back too. There, maybe now you'll let me update it. Update that to a 6 lane. Or to the 1-way. Still really not long enough for me to add nodes to. Yeah, it doesn't want me touching that. It doesn't want that one there, actually. Closest is going to be right beside it, to the right. There we go. Should be able to draw that line now. Yeah, there we go. Add another one. And there's no way I'm going to fit one in there. And unfortunately I've got... Hey, I lost that one. Well, I've got one right underneath the train thing, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5 right at the intersection. Okay, yeah. I'm laughing because I don't think this is going to work. What I want them to do is come in from the left side and then merge right. There's not quite enough nodes for them to pull that off. Because the 5th one is right at the bottom. So, yeah. It's a start though. It's definitely a level 1. Or maybe a level 2. I mean, it's working if just barely. This is where I notice, hold on, there's pedestrians going through the road. Oh no, that's when I realized. I forgot to elevate this road. Okay, don't panic. But you gotta grab that node and drop it. Unfortunately, that node is sitting underneath the road. So I gotta move the road. Panic hard. No, that's not gonna work. I gotta get to that node. There we go. Drop you at least. That's not enough. Oh boy. Oh yeah, can I bend this into my wheel? No. Oh, I've got myself a situation going on here. Oh, and that road's all warped. Yeah, let's put you back down. Yeah. Did I not drop that node? Doesn't look it, does it? Looks like they're fine there, but there... Yeah, because the road went over it, it changed the terrain. So if I fix that, everybody should play nice. He asked nicely. Looks better. Ooh. Oh yeah, oops, where'd that go? See, move it will let you do anything. That would have been a bad day to watch it kink like that. Yeah, that's the only way to do it. Elevate it, put it out, and then have it attach. Yeah, because that only needs to be 3 meters, not 12. Yeah, 9 actually is the magic number to go over. Alright, so 2 lanes, eh? 2 foot, yes. That's too many lanes, really. Okay, so let's make this looks like it wants to belong. Now that I've got the elevation going properly. It's just all this is warped. It's like a roller coaster. This is going to take me a little bit of work just to get this back into shape. Oops, that's a little steep of a turn. Now, these right turners here, yeah, they're not going to like me at all, are they? Oh, they're dripping through. Okay, so we've got ourselves a level 2. Working, if just barely. Then I count the lanes. I've got 2 lanes going right. Got 2 lanes going through, that's 4. 2 lanes going left. And unfortunately, because it's a 5 lane, 2 of those 6 lanes are dedicated to the exit route, to the exit road. That's why there's 3. So in actual fact, I've got 6 lanes feeding 8. Well, I don't need 2 exit lanes. Like, to go out to the highway, I can rethink that. This traffic going from here to there, they need to, it looked like they enjoyed both lanes, but if I drop this down to 1 lane, will it be okay for them too? Now on the 6th lane, I don't know if I don't think I need 2 lanes going right. So if I had 1 lane going right, 2 lanes going through, 2 lanes going left, and then 1 for, well, I need at least 1, yeah. If I drop this down to 1, then it's going to dedicate 1 of the lanes to that exit. It's just the way it is. That would count for 6 lanes though. So right now, instead of 8 lanes, I've got 7 lanes for the 6th lane to occupy. Where's that little truck going? I'm looking at what that van's gonna do. Oh, he despawned. Oh, that light is too long. He despawned too. So you see what I'm doing here? I'm thinking, well, since I've got that curve that way, it's really bad for the traffic trying to get onto the highway from the right here. It's a nasty, nasty right-hand turn. So I want to give them a slip. From here I realize, well, I don't quite realize yet, but this is only part of my problem. What I've done now is made this a quicker route. Not this little Y thing, but the 6 lane. So the volume that's going to want to come in is going to want to come in even harder. And that 6th lane that I've got for them to change lanes to, that's too short. Which means now, oh, I'm going to end up changing the interchange, I can tell. Anyways, for now, this is the intersection. It looks like that, but yeah, it won't stay that way. See you on the next one. We're going to start playing around with this interchange. Ciao for now and have fun. Haha.